Aloha, it's John, back today with a little closer look at shattering. What is shattering? Shattering is a word that, I believe it came from Marianne. I'm not even sure where it came from, but it's the best word, at least I've heard, to describe it's just when your mind shatters. I'm sorry. There's no way else to say it. It's, sometimes, I'm guided through my inner authority of spleen, intuition. Everyone's got their own way of being guided. But there are times when my mind is absolutely sure it does not like someone or it does not like something. And then that person may call me and my spleen says something totally different. It says, yes, this person's good for me. And I'm sitting there looking at this. It's like, no, but my mind is absolutely sure this person's horrible and I don't like them and whatever, or they're not for me. And then my body says, no, they're good for you. Or recently I got invited to do some things, some talks and so forth, and they seemed really very cool and big and all of this, and my body's like, no, not for me. And in those moments, usually there's a bit of a gap. There's usually a bit of a gap before the mind starts fighting for its position. And when I know I'm really up against something that's real, it's because my mind starts arguing for its right to be right. They're sure, the inner authority, the body can't possibly be right in this one. It's okay in all those other areas, but here it's wrong. Absolutely wrong. The mind is sure of it. And it's the process of sitting there and watching the mind tell its story again and again. It's sure it's right. It knows what's best for you, blah, blah, blah. But your body doesn't move. Your body doesn't let the mind take it and hijack it. And you watch the mind shatter. It's almost as if it will kind of boil to a point and then you'll feel this. It does. It feels like breaking glass. There have been times where it felt like whole areas of my mind were just burning to the ground. Like all these things I thought I knew, all these things I thought I had discovered and was sure that I knew what I was talking about, just see it all just evaporate. And then the body, the life, guided in this form now, with no mind. It's not that there's no mind. Mind is always there. It's not going anywhere. Many people go, well, what happens if you lose your mind? I was like, God, that would be a blessing. I don't see it happening. The thing is going. It's talking. It's got opinions on everything. It's really just a period or a place where you learn to disidentify from the mind. And when your mind is really sure it's right, you sit there and you watch that thing squirm. It's when the big ones come. It's when the big ones come, it's like, wow, boom. And it's almost as if the mind just takes a beating. And it sees that it doesn't have power, and it goes to the back of the bus. And you continue to fly along in your life. This is the experiment of human design. We were recently redoing the website, and I wanted to put shattering in human design basics. Right under strategy, authority, shattering. Because if you're following your strategy, and you're honoring your inner authority, that means that you're not listening to your mind and your mind is not making the decisions. I've never seen anyone really do that and not have huge chunks of their life be blown apart and dissolve. Please remember that human design is a process of distilling down to what's truly you, or at least from my perspective. It's about stripping away all of that other crap and getting down to this perfected frequency in space. That's what it is. It's our right to a life. And it's our right to a life without being... I just felt that my mind rode me like I was a horse my whole life. My mind whipped me to do things, to go, to make things happen, to call this person, to be nice. Jesus, that's the one I'm recovering from the most right now is, I'm so tired of being freaking nice. Everyone's like, you're so nice and you're all funny. Well, yeah, maybe I used to be, But now I'm getting so much more settled inside. And that's the whole game. Your mind may shatter. Your friends may get upset. But inside you're building a quality. It's a quality to your life. It's respecting yourself. Putting yourself first. Shocks people. People aren't ready for you to do your own thing and to go your own way. They're not. They may say it, I totally support you. Yeah, they support you until you're not doing what they want. And then they don't support you at all. You know, this is what the experiment brings. An incredible peace and strength inside. It's an experiment. If it's correct for you, give it a shot. I'll be here, watching. Aloha.